Kia ora people, Chilli here and welcome to this 5-minute review on the new Alien Weaponry album, Tangaroa. How does it sound? How does it stack up? How does the New Zealand metal scene compare against other scenes? Should Australia claim this band as well? Let's find out. Straight up, I know fuck all about Maori pronunciations, so I might butcher some of these titles. Regardless, let's get into this. ITITOKOWARU is the lead song that begins with chants of tokihi and the sound of paddling before the riff slams your senses. If Google Translate is working correctly, which it doesn't at the best of times, then I am led to believe that tokihi is a fishing axe, and it sounds like a badass way to fish if you ask me. The song itself is a sludgy belter that shows Alien Weaponry's heavy tenacity. The song title seems to be named after a famous Maori warrior from the 19th century. If my research is correct, the last lyrics of the song are a quote he said, which means I shall not die, when death itself is dead, I shall be alive. This is one sick song, and is an interesting character it is based after. HATUPATU is the next song, which is based after a story of Hatupatu the explorer and his escape from the bird woman Korangai Tuku. This explains the bird sounds heard at the start of the song. The track has some galloping guitar work from the start and is frantic in its tone, as is expected regarding the story. This is another great track. Ahika is the next track, and it has a decent build up as the guitar work roars to life and the band joins in. Queen Elizabeth's speech on her first visit to New Zealand is also sampled throughout the track. If you are wondering why, then I will quote the song's meaning from the band. In 1952, in preparation for a royal visit by Her Majesty the Queen, Auckland City Council, in a misguided attempt to beautify the city, evicted the local Ngariwatua people from their village at Okahu Bay and burned it to the ground. This also explains why there is an emphasis and repetition on the lyric "tu kaha," which I believe means stand strong. This is an amazing song, and I highly recommend this track. Tangaroa. Tangaroa follows, and in Maori mythology, this is based around the great Atua, or god of the sea, lakes, and rivers, and is believed to have control over the tides as well. This is the first song to break away from singing in Maori for the first verse, and is about the pollution of the sea and killing of the god Tangaroa. Musically, this song does have a feeling of smothering with its dirty riffage throughout. Some great bangers here, and the drumming is really on point and very tight. When the breakdown comes, it hits hard. Truly sensational. Unforgiven follows and is stylistically a breakaway track from what we have heard so far. At the beginning of the track, there are isolated guitar notes being played clean, and it builds up. It also shows a different style of clean vocal delivery by Lewis. This track is a highlight of the album to me. Its delivery is felt to the core, and the guitar work is mesmerizing. The drums keep in a fine rhythm, and the bass work is subtly heard at the start until it builds to beautiful dueling styles at times. I get a feeling part of this song was written a long time ago, but only now recorded. It's a great track, and I highly recommend hearing it. Blinded is a slow and heavy-hitting song. From the start, it feels like a brick shithouse has hit you with the guitar and drum works. It's a big sound. It has taken a few listens to fully appreciate, and I guess all I can add to this is, don't take this song for granted. It will grow on you. Kaiwatu. Kaiwatu feels like a chant similar to the haka in its lyrical delivery. Kaiwatu was the name given to the Maori warrior Kariopati, and his nickname means I Eater. This is another great track that just makes you feel full of energy and want to fuck shit up. It's a perfect gym build-up song. Crooked Monsters is next, and it's a slow burn of a track. It takes a while to build up with some slow guitar work heard between the pounding of the drums. Probably edited a bit too loud when compared to the rest of this track. This song has only one verse talking about the mind playing tricks on you, the thought of seeing someone being abused, and a crooked monster running free. It's a very open-ended song that could surely mean several things, but I have a feeling it's tied to the next track. Buried Underground. This is the next track and has a solid core riff played throughout the verse. Given some of the lyrics about holding your mind hostage and taking advantage, I have to wonder if the song is meant as a second part to the song beforehand. This song will surely open some pits when done live. The following track is Dad. And while most tracks on this album are more about the history of Maori people or warriors of the past, as well as its tragic political decisions, this track is deeply personal for the band and sees them singing about a father in prison, stuck in his old ways and not ready to deal with his issues. From the lyrics, it sounds like he has been there for a while and will be there for a lot longer, especially with the lyric, "I'll be there next year." The guitar work is also different, as it's rather progressive in its scale compared to other tracks. It is a very solid track that we have here. Ihenga. Ihenga follows, and if Kaiwatu felt like a chant, then this song takes it to the next level. I'm not sure if it's edited well, or this song was sung by a large crowd. Either way, it does give a big impression, and it's a catchy track. It has nice guitar work throughout, which does sound also like Gojira. Down the Rabbit Hole finishes off this album, and is the most ambitious track on it, using different elements and guitar styles as opposed to the rest of the album. Overall, it's an interestingly decent track, but I can't strongly recommend it. So much to cover and so little time. This is my first time properly hearing the band Alien Weaponry. I was recommended this band a while back before going to Download Festival in 2019, and missed out on seeing them perform there. I must admit, I fucked up. It has been a long time since I have found a band both interesting for their songs and enjoyed their music. I have never done so much research compared to other episodes looking up Maori warriors, gods, and the political scenes. Alien Weaponry deliver their lyrics in both English and traditional te reo, and it fits the metal scene so well. Similar in style to The Who with their Mongolian throat singing, the Maori pronunciation is so guttural and it's in your face. It's a wonder this hasn't been brought to the world's attention earlier. It's great to see the band sing in both English and te reo, as it not only pays homage to their heritage, but wins over new fans as well, by not alienating them in a strange language. I wish Australia could claim this band, I really do. They are dope. Their styles is heavily reminiscent of early 90s Sepultura, and I could spend another 5 minutes discussing how this is a perfect comparison for the band. If given Sepultura's history, we should expect big things from this band. As for the album, how does it compare to the scene? Well, it's more traditional metal than the metalcore scene of recent, so if you enjoy bands like Bring Me the Horizon or Architects, then maybe this band is not for you. As for me, I fucking love it, and we need more of this style at the moment. With this said, I do believe there are some flaws, and I feel they need to open up their sound with an additional guitarist. They are doing well now, but I feel they could reach new levels with another member. For most of the part, the album is edited well, and the band have found a sound that they have honed in on, and it shows out on tracks like Ahika, Unforgiven, and Kaiwatu. At times, their guitar and singing style gave us so much energy, I felt as if I could bust into a haka, and that's sacrilegious for an Australian like myself. I would give this album an 8 out of 10, and I'm going to keep an eager eye on this band's future. No doubt, the New Zealand metal scene has something to show.